Hello guys and gals, it's Kartan back here on the channel. So basically we're here today to look at my Premier League preview and predictions for game week 6. We've got some good games starting with Villa versus Leeds tonight. Villa, a side that's got off to a great start. Leeds have also got off to a decent start under Bielsa, but Villa, they're absolutely flying at the minute. So will that continue? Who knows? Let's get into it. So, as you can see, we'll start with the Friday and Saturday games for this weekend. So, Friday tonight at 8 o'clock, Aston Villa versus Leeds. I predicted a 2-2 draw in this one. Both teams have started off really well. Villa, exceptionally. They've won, 4 out of 4, I think they've played. But they can't win every week, can they? Leeds are a very hard team to beat because of how hard they work, how high they press, and they're just constant work rate. And I can just never predict a Bielsa team to get beat. So we're going for a 2-2 draw. Both entertaining sides, lots of goals this season. Both will attack. Both will score goals. 2-2 draw seems pretty apt for that. Now this one should be a very straightforward prediction. West Ham, yes, have been playing well as recent. Came back against Tottenham. Great to watch that. Lanzini's strike. Oh, top bins. Don't see anything like that. But City probably be too strong for them. They'll want to capitalise on the win in midweek in the Champions League, and they'll want to basically come out, beat West Ham, prove the doubters wrong. I reckon 4-1 Manchester City. Very comfortable win. Practically a thrashing, to be honest. Now, Fulham versus Crystal Palace. Fulham, deadweight. Think they're getting relegated, as you saw in my Premier League tee-up video about where people had finished in predictions. That's the one. Palace, under Roy Hodgson, they're a solid side. Zaha's exciting, Ayew's exciting. I like them. Now, I do think Fulham will pose some challenges to them because I don't think Palace are exceptional. But I think Palace will run out comfortable 2-1 winners in this. Now we'll get on to our second 2-2 draw of the weekend. Manchester United versus Chelsea. Both teams who manage us under a bit of pressure. Not massive, but a bit of pressure. Well, Oli under more so. But then after midweek, you never know. Has he scapegoated out of it just because of a win in Paris? You never know. But it's 2-2 I'm going for. Both teams leaky at the back at times. Both teams can score goals. And both teams are going to be nervous to lose. So a 2-2 draw would probably suit both teams quite nicely. Or is it terrible 2-2 draw for both of them? Depends on how you look at it. Liverpool versus Sheffield United next. Sheffield United have got off to a terrible start. They've looked very lacklustre going forward, and they've even looked leaky defensively, which didn't at all last year. Liverpool, they've had, obviously, not the start they had last year, but I still think they're going to run out winners this season. So I'm predicting 3-1 Liverpool. Lovely stuff. So that wraps up Friday and Saturday's games, and we'll move on to Sunday and Mondays. Let's see what we've got in store. Let's go. So we'll start with the first game on Sunday at 2 o'clock kickoff, Southampton versus Everton. Southampton have had an alright start of the season, not the best, not the worst. But the reason I'm saying 1-1 draw against a flying Everton side is just solely Danny Ings. Danny Ings is a top-class Premier League striker. He has been for years. If injury hadn't stopped him, he'd be flying at the minute. He would have been scoring for even more years than he already has. Everton, I think they can't win every week. Calvert-Lewin can't score every week. Surely, he can't keep going. Maybe he'll have his week off this week. And they're missing James, the key that's been bringing them all together. James Rodriguez is missing. That's why I think they're going to be held to a 1-1 draw by Southampton. But a 1-1 draw to a half-decent Southampton side isn't the end of the world when you've had the start Everton have had. So you might want to call us biased for this, predicting a Newcastle loss, but realistically, Wolves are a much better side than Newcastle United. Steve Bruce is tactically inept. Wolves, with Nuno Espirito Nicolas, I'm not going to ever get that right, aren't. They're a very good side. I think they'll come out very, very comfortable winners, 2-0. And on to the final game of the day on Sunday, at 7:15 kickoff, Arsenal versus Leicester. This one, if I had said last season, I would have said the reverse. I would have said 2-1 Leicester. But this season, I think, although Leicester are just as good a side as they were last, if not better, I actually think Arsenal are so much better than they were last year across the pitch. I think Arsenal and Arteta, it's a good project they've got going. I think they're going to come out 2-1 winners. The penultimate game of the evening, the penultimate game of the weekend, sees Brighton take on West Brom. Now, This is possibly the most boring game of the whole weekend. No offence to Brighton or West Brom, but it's just not one for the neutrals. Brighton are going to run out 1-0 winners. West Brom aren't very good. Brighton under Graham Potter are actually alright. Brighton aren't a bad team. I'm mainly calling this boring because of West Brom. It's a lower end of the table clash. It's also a 5:30 kick-off. What is that, man? It's a bloody evening game on a Monday. Not even evening. Afternoon game on a Monday. Weird as out. Yeah, Premier League these days. The final game of the weekend really messed with me brain a bit. I had a feeling Burnley would win for a few minutes. And then I thought, Spurs are going to smash them. So then I levelled out and I thought, a Spurs win, but just. Part of us wanted to say 5-0 Spurs. Part of us wanted to say 0-0 or 1-0 Burnley. Sean Dyche said he'd make it a hard game for them. I think 2-1 to Spurs is fair, given it's going to be a hard game for them. They're going to struggle. But Spurs have just got that quality. Kane's been unfair, Son's unfair. And you can't minimise the impact of Gareth Bale to that team. It could be unreal. You could see him fly in the season. Even after that West Ham game, I still think they're going to beat Burnley 2-1. So that wraps up my predictions for the weekend. What do you guys think? Let me know down in the comments, and we'll review this on Monday night or Tuesday, and we'll see how many predictions were. Was I right? Was I wrong? I was probably way off, knowing me, but we tried our best. So it's been great to talk to you. See you next time. Enjoy the weekend.